Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Nicholson, and today I want to talk to you about a major economic plan that could change life for families, workers, and small businesses over our state. The American Economic Stability and Competitiveness Act of 2026, or AESCA. This isn't political spin, it's a straightforward explanation of what the bill is, what it does, how it pays for itself, and most importantly, what it means for you. AESCA is one of the most comprehensive economic plans proposed in a generation. It tackles 13 major challenges all at once, things we deal with every day: high housing costs, rising energy bills, healthcare prices that make no sense, a shortage of skilled workers, crumbling roads and bridges, slow or non-existent rural broadband, small businesses struggling to get loans, supply chains dependent on China, a national debt that keeps growing, a retirement system that leaves too many people behind. AESCA treats these problems as connected because they are. It's not a patchwork of random programs, it's a coordinated economic strategy. Across the 13 titles, AESCA fixes bridges, it fixes roads, bridges, water systems, and rural broadband, cuts healthcare costs, and forces price transparency, expands job training and apprenticeships, helps small businesses get loans and reduce red tape, builds more affordable housing, brings manufacturing back to America, invests in AI, quantum computing, and STEM education, strengthens retirement security, simplifies taxes for families and small businesses, supports rural communities and farmers, reduces the national debt with real accountability. Most programs require matching funds from states, businesses, or private partners. That means your tax dollars go further, and Washington can't just write blank checks. How AESCA pays for itself. According to the economic analysis, the plan costs about $41.8 billion per year. It returns about $70.9 billion per year. That's $29.1 billion in net savings per every year. It does this by cracking down on offshore tax cheating, cutting waste in federal agencies, reforming Medicare billing, increasing tariffs on countries that steal American technology, leasing unused federal buildings, requiring matching funds for most programs. This isn't magic, this is math. How AESCA helps the country. Nationally, AESCA is projected to deliver the following impacts for time periods clarified: create 4.2 million jobs over 10 years, add 1.8 trillion to GDP over the first 10 years, build 1.5 to 2 million new housing units over 10 years, lower housing costs by 6,400 to 8,700 per year once fully implemented, strengthen U.S. leadership in AI, manufacturing, and clean energy, reduce dependence on China for critical supply chains, improve grid reliability and lower energy bills, expand childcare access for 5.5 million families over the first 10 years, support 2.5 million small businesses over the first 10 years. This plan is designed to make America competitive, more affordable, and more secure. How AESCA helps New Hampshire. New Hampshire stands to benefit more than most states because we have no income tax and no sales tax, so federal tax credits hit harder. We face one of the worst housing shortages in the Northeast. We have some of the highest energy costs in the country. Our workforce is aging, 31% over age 54. Our rural hospitals and broadband gaps strain families. Our economy relies heavily on manufacturing and defense industries. AESCA is projected to deliver the following statewide impacts with time periods clarified: create 42,000 to 58,000 jobs statewide over 10 years, add 4.1 billion to New Hampshire GDP over 10 years, build 12,000 to 18,000 new housing units over 10 years, lower energy bills by 1,300 to 1,900 per year, expand child care access for 22,000 families over the first 10 years, support 28,000 small businesses over the first 10 years, increase state revenue by 300 to 550 million over 10 years without new taxes. Approximate yearly gains for New Hampshire, 4,200 to 5,800 jobs per year, 410 million in added GDP per year, 1,200 to 1,800 new housing units per year, about 2,200 families gaining child care access per year, 2,800 small businesses supported per year, and 30 million to 55 million in added state revenue per year. How AESCA helps New Hampshire's second district specifically. New Hampshire District 2 from Concord to Keene to Lebanon to Plymouth face unique challenges. A severe shortage of 10,516 affordable rental homes. A two-bedroom rent of $1,750 per month, requiring $70,009 per year to avoid cost burden. An aging workforce, rural broadband gaps, high energy costs, struggling rural hospitals, small towns losing businesses, and young families. AESCA directly targets these issues. New Hampshire District 2 impact highlights. Time periods clarified. 3,800 to 5,200 new jobs over 10 years. 370 million added to the district's economy over 10 years. 1,100 to 1,600 new housing units over 10 years, 5,200 to 7,100 in annual household savings once fully implemented, 13,000 small businesses supported, 10,000 families gaining child care access over the first 10 years, approximate yearly gains for New Hampshire's second district, 3,800 to 5,200 jobs per year, 37 million added to the district economy per year, 110 to 160 new housing units per year, about 1,000 families gaining childcare access per year, and 5,200 to 7,100 in household savings per year once fully implemented. Stronger manufacturing jobs in Keene, Claremont, and Lebanon, better broadband for rural towns, lower energy bills for homeowners and renters, more apprenticeship and job training programs through local colleges. AESCA is built for districts like ours, rural, working class, and economically diverse. New Hampshire families deserve lower costs, better jobs, stronger infrastructure, and a government that actually proves its programs work. AESCA is not a partisan bill, it's a practical bill. It's an officially responsible bill, and it's a New Hampshire bill because it directly addresses the challenges we face every day. If you want an economy that works better for everyone from Concord to Keene, from Lebanon to Claremont, from Plymouth to every rural town in between, this is the plan that'll get us there. This bill is specifically written to get passed. It should read President Trump's approval, the Republican approval, and Democrat approval. It's all about solutions. It's all about getting it done. I'm not about talk. I'm about solutions. My name is Dan Nicholson. I want to work for you as your congressman in New Hampshire District 2. Thank you for your time.